Hello, excuse me. We have the FBI, have state police of Connecticut. We have a whole bunch of prosecutors retired and standing, judges retired and standing in their drug clerks interbranch with obstruction of trade center investigations with fabricated evidences with that. Their roles with extortion, mail crimes, fake evidences outside of courts, with the drug clerks interbranch. Also, sequence shifts, also tied to a proven sequence shift inside the Trade Center attack, Ninth Circuit, Manhattan, with the ones who are right now involved with Weathersfield Police, intercities, interbranch, with retired and standing in my area, involved with racketeering with them, also with overt criminal enterprises, and with the witness protection program used criminally by the people involved with them now, with Weathersfield Police Department, involved racketeering. They're involved with child sex offenders, further child sex crime acts, obstruction, falsified evidences that forced that. At first, he only got caught anyway. The principal sex offender. There was a Phil Cololo. There are a whole bunch of people other with all kinds of medical corruption. This is part of how they pretend not to be realized they're part of obstruction, because they have everyone pretend thinking through others, and they have mental diagnosis and things like that, forging names, switching names, all kinds of racketeering with that. A whole Leahy family is involved with crimes with judges, forging names, switching names, pretended they had conversations with me and about the Trade Center attack. These are people with federal crimes with federal criminals from the Trade Center attack context in New York, but from Weathersfield. There are also federal crimes with people from Washington, D.C. Don't forget the Trade Center attack is tied to Pentagon, and we were in Washington, D.C. with another part of a case associated with their roles, even crimes with lawyers. This is worse than extortion too. They have Saudi families they attach to and police forms, Saudi police forms, and shared policing, like with West Farms Mall, recorded, confessed, and demonstrated involved with them by a whole bunch of different nations associated, like with a Scalora family too, involved with the houses in my area, and with police forms, foreign and domestic, Weatherfield police involved crimes with sex offenders, with my new and past neighbors too, with these judges and prosecutors and their investigators, and their roles were such. So they're forging names, switching names, falsified police reports. These are election crimes. Time. So I need a response, because the courts forged names, switched names, that made confessions to me and to my family. These are wire crime, racketeering, or off obstruction. These are people involved with crimes right through the Obama administration, and we don't have time to play these games with what they left with Hartford, Connecticut. People stacking it throughout the world. They built what each nation would have to force valued grouped nations sick. So individually sick, altogether sick. We have criminally foreign influence zoning laws and pathology of infrastructure forced with the fact, treatment, nature, slavery of our founders, let alone science never spoke for one person. So we need the mandated law followed. Fox Connecticut News, WFSB, NBC Connecticut News recorded racketeering on off the FBI building in New Haven. There are all kinds of racketeering roles with locations, on off locations in New Haven, on off Yale, on off campuses, fake news crime acts. Then they hide behind the identity of the FBI. Fake, fake. These are people with CIA also in their family members with these child offenders, and with courts involved with it. These are also drug clicks with these people with the Leahy family, forging names, swinging names, pretend they had conversations with me. I need a response now. I have to make a living. Since I was before the Trade Center attack, these people are making confessions about and demonstrations people I don't even know from other cities tied to the roles with the people in my area now. Then and now. See, these are all the people doing it. They're putting everyone on fake conversations because they want to make fights between people. I need them to one name and paper. These people are using judges for crimes with child offenders, preventing people from speaking, attaching them to fake locations, attaching little kids to fake locations, we're attaching them, their family members tied to sick people. I don't care if Joshua Julian knows someone in the Coast Guard. Where's this guy live? Where's his family live? There are too many people associated with extended family members of those in my area, with the Clore family involved, with the judges, with the child sex offenders, with prosecutors involved criminally, New Britain Superior Court, other courts, with these child sex offenders of Phil Clore. I have had conversations in my life. He's recorded, confessed, demonstrated involved to Mendez police. A whole bunch of bad people with Wethersfield Police Department through time. Now we have more FBI even uses the witness protection program criminally by the FBI in my area. Uses of its direct and indirect ties to my street with the same people involved with the racketeering, with the same people involved with Further Trade Center predicate acts, criminal uses of societies too, because these is criminality with the Trade Act that came from our shared policing of like programs with psychology. A whole bunch of people with the Britain Superior Court. I mean, with Hartford Hospital, tied to drug collection Superior Court, involved with racketeering with them. Forget about it. Get me a name. They use Facebook also for these crimes. These are also Russian families embedded. They have involved with fire departments and with medical campuses, involved with the child sex offender principals campus and other campuses involved with the racketeering further. So please, we're not going to have an election, and you guys pretend you had one free election. You have the FBI involved with the racketeering against whoever wins, whoever loses. Whoa. I need a response too, because you go to court, they forge your names, switch your names, attach everyone to fake conversations, all kinds of. They don't care about justice for everyone. When prosecutors speak, it's through criminal foreign influences originally and still. That's what our American history is about those sick fake punks. Look around. Science never spoke. They have no integrity. They have no respect for themselves and for others, and they're pretending other. And they need to devalue all the fabrication they already did. These are foreign and domestic too. How would that? Whole bunch of people out share with some kind of ways with West Farms Mall too, and with malls involved, like shopping plazas, stuff like that. See the Nipsey Hussle and stuff like that. They don't care about Nipsey Hussle. They care about those little rackets with the shared policing of the pathology of the shopping centers too. This pathology of homes, stuff like that, since before cars, for the tactically nature, relationship to nature. No one could slavery of everyone laws were tied to that. If anyone was taught found out to be speaking about building other outside of internation monitored database relationships that hurt you and your whole family, they made everyone a slave in roles. You see, so science never spoke for one area, and we have election crimes, all people lying to our face in our faces when they have people pretend that they believe that integrity, that prosecutors have integrity with their opinions on obstruction of justice. These are racketeering natures. These are sick souls. That's recorded through administrations. Then they quote, "Oh, I was part of administration." Get down. Get down. Give me a response, please. Mr. President, force someone to give me a response in writing. Have them pick one name in sequencing while on their way down. That's recorded, obligated by them. Go! Tell them, please.